Um, Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what the heck happened, but I guess it maxes out at 31 minutes, which makes no sense because I'm pretty sure I almost had like a 58-minute video, guys. Guys, due to my freaking space on my phone. Either way, I was talking about my experience with first ever binge watching of a channel named Blackscape, because I already did the showing you my room, the explanation on why I haven't been uploading, and the other school thing, and right now I'm on the fourth video, which is my experience on Blackscape, on listening to the channel. So like I said in the previous video, check out this channel, watch whichever video, like a random video on his channel, whichever one piques your interest. If you like the video, subscribe to his channel, help him succeed in the 200K mortal plan. He also has a backup channel. Please subscribe to that one, so that channel can also get many views, so it can complete its 5K mortal plan. Because after all, like I said, his thing is Goku Black. If you want to know what I meant by that, it's freaking in my other video. So, like I said, that manga where it shows Android 18 and how Marin not came to exist, but how like what happened between, because in the show it shows her being that together, and then a couple episodes in the future it shows Marin. So in this manga it shows like during what that period how the freak stuff happened. So on the start of the manga chapter, like Android 18's like floating in the freaking ocean because due to her being an android, she doesn't feel pain as the similarity to humans in that show. So at the end of so further into it, they're in the Kame house. Then they have to rush her to the hospital because she didn't know that her water, like whatever happens, broke or whatever. And then like Krillin's like super scared because like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to my wife? What's gonna happen to my future kid? And then further down the line, it's fine. They meet Marin for the first time, and she looks just like Krillin because she doesn't have a nose. Because as you can tell, Krillin is a monk that doesn't have a nose that gets breathed through his skin or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand that. I have no idea what species of human is he, or person, or something. Like I said, Blackscape is pretty interesting. I mean, it showed me multiple fan mangas, and I watched their I watched their podcasts, including the one about fusions and the one about female Dragon characters, including the other one that was, I forgot which one it was. I think it was fusions. I think the one was fusions. Yeah, I think that one was fusions. I don't know. One of them had a Diviner thumbnail that had Kefla. Looks like they're really about to like knock down freaking Frieza. And it was Golden Frieza. As you can tell, if you watch the Dragon Ball show, you know that in the Tournament of Power, Kale and Caulifla, Universal Saiyans from Universe 6, put on the Potara earrings and became Kefla. But besides Kefla, there are other fusions such as Gogeta, Gogeta, and Gotenks. Those are the only fusions shown in the show, besides assimilation fusion, which happens with Majin Buu. Now when Super Buu became Super Buuhan when he absorbed Gohan, which just had potential unleashed by Old Kai, who is a Supreme Kai, which is like a race of core people who are the people who are the creators, while the gods of destruction are the destroyers. This whole yin and yang type thing. They're connected. If all Supreme Kai die, the god of destruction will freaking die. And the god of destruction are appointed an angel such as Whis to train them in the arts of destruction, so the whole universal balance won't be disrupted. I mean, Blackscape showed me a lot of things. Showed me a lot of mangas such as Dragon Ball Multiverse, Reset, Dragon Ball AF, multiple other things, including the character of Chi-Chi Black, her origins, and her real identity, including how in one of the videos they're talking about a manga that the guy who is in Blackscape himself will be creating called Dragon Ball Reset. I'll not tell you that much of it, but you can check out his channel, a video Dragon Ball Reset, to learn more about it. There's also, he has multiple episodes on the manga series Dragon Ball Multiverse. It also talks about Dragon Ball Super 2 news and a couple ones on Dragon Ball Heroes that call the two villains Oren and Kamen, who are both Tuffles in the Dragon Ball Heroes universe, because Oren GT, there's an evil Tuffle robot named Baby. I don't know why it was called Baby, but to be fair, it's old Dragon Ball. It's no longer canon. It's actually based on the theoretical of the future of Dragon Ball, past of Z during the Peaceful World Saga. But as you can tell by Super, the events from GT and Super are not connected, because GT is not canonized, and to GT is a prequel, but to Z is a sequel because it happens after Majin Buu, and Majin Buu is actually good now. But Oob still does exist in Super, but not in a cameo appearance. So yeah. Also, in the Tournament of Power is pretty interesting because they find out there are other universes, such as because there are Goku's universe is Universe 7, there's Universe 6, 4, 2, 9, 11, 3, and 10, and that is the exact order of the fight of the Tournament of Power. Each tournament, there are 12 universes, but there are originally 18, but, Xeno got annoyed and erased universes 13 to 18, and now there's only 12. In the Tournament of Power, the losing universes were going to be erased. I know that due to watching YouTube, and I'm pretty sure in recaps in Super I'm pretty sure Blackscape has videos on Tournament of Power. I've not watched those episodes, to be fair. I started the binge, the episode in the video after the video showing how Krillin and Android 18 came to first meet Marin. To be fair, I can't blur out stuff, so I'm trying to not say things that'll get me demonetized. Which I have no idea is possible because I'm pretty sure I'm not at the legal age or amount of subscribers to get monetized. Either way, I want to get strikes. I don't want that. I thought this channel is completely fine and sane and non-curse worthy. So that's why I try to yell and like a curse word's about to be said here, because like I said, I can't edit stuff, so I can't exactly freaking do stuff. To be fair, it was weird how the video like ended completely through a. That's why I did not do the outro type thing where I peace out and then touch the button, but I was still technically doing the video. Therefore, this part 2 is technically a continuation of that video, and that's why there wasn't a ending to that video, because it timed out. Because I guess it can only go up to 31 minutes or something, or 31 minutes and freaking 45 seconds or whatever. So I have to make sure that in this video you guys are not confused, so you can understand more of the video. So like I said, this is a continuation of that video. It was split into 2 parts, not through my own will, because it ended, so I couldn't do the video with me speed talking more, because then it wouldn't be like 5 videos in one. Just be me speed talking, which you guys don't want, because I guess I'm somewhat annoying when I speed talk. Something like this. What's up, dude? Like I said, Blackscape is a pretty interesting channel. I mean, she was a lot about mangas and stuff, which is, I think, a Japanese comic, which is kind of interesting. It also showed me a lost interview of Akira Toriyama. That's one of his new videos. It also shows us what they found in Area 51, because he was talking about the meme. Also, Super Saiyan God Trunks, and video that she says stupid God power. She's talking about Khalifa and how, because at the end of the Tournament of Power, Vegeta met Turbo in the Universe 6 fight. But in that Universe 6 fight, Khalifa and Kale weren't in that. They were added in the Tournament of Power, because the original roster of people in the tournament and the Xeno Expo, not the Xeno Expo, the Universe 7 vs. Universe 6 fight, it was Frost, Hit, Auto Magenta, and Botamo. It was 5 dudes. I don't know the other dude. Frost, Botamo, Auto Magenta. It was Frost, Botamo, Auto Magenta, Hit, and Kaba. And then during the Tournament of Power, they added Khalifa, Sano, Prina, Dr. Rhoda, and, oh shoot, I can't freaking remember the roster. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it on how I remember the roster, because of how it's programmed into my head. it was Khalifa, Kaba, Kale. Wait, excuse me. Sorry about that. As Khalifa, Kaba, Kale, Hit, Sana, Perina, Armagenta, Dr. Armagenta, Wasamo, Dr. Rhoda, and Frost. The others were added due to it being 10 characters, because in the Tournament of Power, each universe has had 10 fighters, and the extent of 80 of each universe had 10 fighters. Since it was 8 universes, it was 80 fighters in total, including Jiren, which is super scary, which is literally in the channel. There's the that's what covered a manga, like what would have happened if Universe 7 did lose originally. Then we use his time skip at the end of it, where instead of it just looking at the flash out, it looks like the snap from the movies, except it was completely retconned, being called the snap in the newest Spider-Man movie, where they call it the blip, which makes no sense, and it's so nerdy sounding. Ugh. So Blackscape is an interesting channel, and it got me very interested, and now I'm subscribed to the channel, and I'm glad I'm subscribed, because it had very many interesting videos, including a video on your boy Gine, which is Goku's mother. If you watch the Bardock special, or like Dragon Ball Super Broly, which shows a little bit of Gine and Bardock, you know exactly that Gine is Goku's mother. And in one of the manga chapters, he covers Beerus's dad. Yeah, Beerus's literal dad trains a Saiyan, who is that one Saiyan's not kid. That one Saiyan that was with Broly's dad Paragus that he shot in Super Broly. So if you didn't watch Super Broly, whatever, little spoiler, it was him. That was his kid, and he had a power level 0, but he gets trained with Beerus's dad and being on Beerus's home planet. Beerus's planet isn't his home planet. Oh Jesus! Oh my God! I mean, YouTube notification. Hope you don't see that in the video. If so, I'm sorry. But I don't want to see that. For some things I subscribe to, just to subscribe to them, because they seemed interesting on the one video I saw from them. But others, it's just as I actually like the channel. While others, I just subscribe to them because I like the one video. While the other, because I subscribe to it, I watch all their videos completely. Like Blackscape. After I did the binging, I actually like Blackscape now a lot. Not to mention their freaking stream. One of them was on Fusions, which had Android 39, which is the hypothetical fusion between the game character Android 21, who's not canon, which should be canonized as like a pretty cool villain. It's showcasing the old, like what I'm saying in this part of the video and the previous parts of the video. I do not own any of this content. This content that I'm talking about is Blackscape's. And Blackscape did a good job saying it, so I'm not using his content. I'm just talking about my experience watching his content. So I'm not copywriting anything. I'm just doing what I can do and talking about videos that I watched from him. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have a detail. And it was pretty interesting. Not to mention the one I was talking about. There's one where manga was talking about where the Saiyans survived and they're stripped of their tech. Where Gine went in another pod to fight on Kakarot, who was actually Goku, and there's actually a manga they covered. What if Goku was Kakarot, meaning he was never bumped on the head, meaning he never got that thunk of life that made him not bad. There's also Dragon Ball Multiverse, which showcases his multiple universal timelines, including the main timeline, a replication timeline where it has Bardock and Nona Scene survived, where Goku still goes by Kakarot because he never left Planet Vegeta. There's even a universe where Vegeta was permanent, so Vegeta ended up being married to Bulma, because in Multiverse it never on the chapters I'm reading right now, it didn't say what happened to Chi-Chi. All I know is that Bulla, instead of being called Bulla, in that case, she is named similar to Trunks. But I'm not saying the name. If you want to learn the name, just to search up Blackscape Dragon Ball Multiverse videos, and it'll show that older Bulla as a Majin in the video, because I guess she was Majin ified in one of the chapters in the manga. I'm not that close into the chapter where she gets Majinified or whatever, because in Dragon Ball, like I said, what I'm saying is like talking about Dragon Ball the show, which is owned by Akira Toriyama. I am not taking credit for this knowledge. I've learned that throughout watching other YouTubers that I have subscribed to, that I've watched, that have given me this information. And where it's shown that Babidi can put one of you under her control with the Majin mark, which looks like an M on your face. Vegeta was Majinified, but in Multiverse, it is his daughter, which was technically not his daughter, it's technically his half-daughter, due to Vegeta being the father, meaning it's both their daughter. So, and that Gohan from the universe where that version of Bulma exists, where she is a powerful fighter who cannot control her raw potential, so she has to wear weighted clothing to lower the strength of it, I guess, because Goku wears weighted clothing so he can train harder. But on this case, it's more of control for Bulla's sake, well, the version of Bulla. In one of the chapters I read, like I said, all this rights. I learned this from Blackscape, who got this from the manga creator, which I have no idea what it is, but check out Dragon Ball Multiverse. There's a link to that in the video called 100% Majin Bulla Power thing. But her name isn't Bulla in this, but I'm not saying her name in the manga. It sounds weird, and I don't want to get demonetized. Just check out that video on Blackscape to find out what her name is in the manga. Because knowing that it's probably she was named similar to Trunks instead of sounding like a play on words on Bulma's name, but with an L instead of an M. Her last name is Bulma Briefs, so. To be fair, Bulma was not the intellectual. She was still smart, but she wasn't wasn't as evolved as she is now to better understanding. To be fair, she was a brat, and she freaking did a lot of temper tantrums in Dragon Ball, like when she was in that desert before they met Yamcha, when she lost the capsules. Are those little things that they, like, I think throw into water, that, like, open, and, like, stuff comes out of there, like water or food or, like, a house. How the frick did that? Not to mention, I'm pretty sure Bulma was the person who fixed the scouter to not only scout freaking. Scouters like this, like you put on like one of your ears and like you show it. So some of them are green. The one they had was red, which was from Raditz. And it was a pretty interesting manga. And now we're done with that. Oh shoot, it's 18 minutes. Now we're done with that part, which I was talking about the manga and how I liked Blackscape. Last video, everyone. Last video on yay, you're almost rid of me. Is how that channel got me interested in Multiverse. So throughout the technically it's like connected to the Blackscape. How I felt like after watching my first ever binging a channel after one specific video. That was completely on purpose, not because I was subscribed to it before. You know, if I would have found it on my old phone, I would have subscribed either way. Watching all the videos on Dragon Ball Multiverse and all of those other mangas got me interested in the stories. It made me interested in wondering, hey, I wonder where I can. This sounds interesting. I want to read it. So in the video where it shows not the chapter, where it shows the one I'm talking about with like 100% Majin Bulla Power or whatever. Search up Blackscape Dragon Ball Multiverse videos to find it. And then she has her freaking in Super Saiyan with the Majin mark on her forehead with that one laser sword thing that Zamasu did. But that looked more advanced, like how Fused Zamasu used it. Not how Zamasu used it when it just looked like freaking light. I mean, the more advanced version, but it was yellow due to her being Super Saiyan. And due to me watching all those videos on Dragon Ball Multiverse, got me interested in reading the story. I'm pretty sure I'm on page 467 right now. It is on the part where I think we'll probably talk about the the hero that had that one metal thing. If you guys ever watch Dragon Ball in the movies, you know what I'm talking about. It's the hero that after they defeated that one monster in that movie, and he was the guy who gave Trunks his sword that future him uses. You can tell future Trunks had a sword, and that one movie shows how Trunks got that sword in the first place. To be fair, in the future Trunks saga, it shows him with blue hair. He originally had purple hair. So either somewhere around the line, he dyed his hair to make it look like his mother's, or that could be another alternate Trunks, or that could be like a DNA thing. How even though Bulma was born with blue hair, he will gain blue hair throughout his years after the. Or it could be due to a timeline change. So when the timeline changed after they defeat the androids earlier, it caused a ripple in time that caused his caused his hair to switch to blue. Throughout like I don't know, probably it would be time logic, and it just ended up him slowly having blue hair or something. To be fair, his hair was still purple in the History of Trunks movie. I haven't watched that yet. I plan to like look at it at YouTube, Wikipedia, maybe like try to find on YouTube, like parts of it in like little increments, so I don't freaking have to pay for it. I don't have money to pay for movies on YouTube. I don't know how to do that. You should have to do that through PayPal or YouTube Premium, which I don't have. Don't have that. Either way, not to mention that Future Trunks is actually in Multiverse as a fight along with Android 16, but it's a fixed Android 16, because in that at manga it showed how 16 was there. Future Trunks and Bulma fixed 16 after the whole blowing up. What you don't understand though is how did they fix his head if his head was crushed by Cell, which I guess makes sense. But that kind of does something up for the discussion, like if future self from Trunks' timeline is dead, not to mention Hakkai'd due to future Zeno Hakkai'ing the entire future timeline, therefore making Trunks and future Mai time orphans, I guess, because they didn't have a timeline to return to, so they had to go to the newly created timeline where it's not dystopian, since they are defeat the androids and the androids are now their friends. So now future Trunks and future Mai are living in the newly created timeline made by Beerus, which technically I guess their new future due to Goku Black no longer existing, because he was once Zamasu who took Goku's body. So he was Hakkai'd, and Beerus Hakkai'd original him. That means Goku Black cannot exist unless somehow evil dudes like use evil magics and like unhakkai him, just because like in Dragon Ball Heroes he's still there, but he's like a metal him, meaning they could not restore all of him. So I guess he now has like a metal covering over one eye and his shoulder, because I guess his shoulder got messed up or something. To be fair, I have no idea what happens when you get erased by an omnipotent god being like Zeno. He's like so cute and he's so freaking dead. You're so freaking. If you anger Zeno, he legit can just like erase you with like one hand. If you can't tell what I'm doing this. It's like this, and it's like so cute. And she when you erase it, he's like, bye bye. His hand grows blue. And due to him not having future Zeno, the reason the tournament power exists is because future Zeno never saw the battlefield, which I guess makes sense, because like there were a lot before the Goku Black and Immortal Zamasu, it was the androids. Therefore, Goku died in that timeline, and by the heart virus. Therefore, he never met Zeno. Therefore, he never gave him the button. That also shows how weird time travel logic is, because GT Trunks is an older Trunks, but so is future Trunks, but he's a dystopian Trunks. But due to GT not being canon, meaning it's another alternate timeline, just put into an entire show, taking based on the fact of the hypothetical future 10 years after the Majin Buu fight. It'll fight that as another alternate Trunks. And future Trunks still had a dystopian time. He still had to fight Goku Black and Zamasu, who, to be fair, then got Super Saiyan Rage, which I think happened after he hit Goku Black or I fused Zamasu, like knocked Mai down. So that and like Trunks got so mad that a new Saiyan form was unlocked. Usually when a Saiyan gets mad, like what happened with Goku, you just get Super Saiyan or the Saiyan form that they have unlocked. Due to Super Saiyan 4 being a non-canon transformation in GT, that means he does not have it yet. Therefore, our Elder Kai never told him about it. That and Kibito Kai was fused for a little bit of Drama Super till in the manga they unfused. They never showed that in the show. And so they're where once again Kibito Kai and Supreme Kai Shin. To be fair, there are other Kais like North Kai, East Kai, West Kai, South Kai. There are Kais and there's Supreme Kai. The Kais I just said were like the Supreme ones. That's a Grand Supreme Kai, which looks like Majin Buu, except with purple mohawk. To be fair, due to the Potara earrings, for sure, or that's also Grand Kai, but he's technically the Grand Kai of the normal Kai, and Zamasu was once the North Kai of Universe 10. So Gowasu saw the potential in him, and then trained him to become a future Supreme Kai. Meaning he was a Supreme Kai apprentice, meaning he only had the earrings once, and I was like one. And then he killed them to get the 2 earrings, so then he could use the time rings. That was before he was Goku Black, and then he gave a future Zamasu 1 earring. If you wear them on the same ear, you don't fuse with them. So technically, I showed how the Potara earrings work. If you are a Supreme Kai or a godly being, the person you fuse with by Potara, you're fused forever unless undone by a Dragon Ball wish. And I guess whichever ones, the Dragon Balls, the Namekian ones, or the other ones, which are freaking Super Dragon Balls. Because the Black Star Dragon Balls do not exist because they are of GT. Therefore, different timeline. They don't exist in this one. But I guess Oob does. And since everything that existed in Z exists in there, that means that at the little boy that couldn't see, who Buu used his magic to heal, exists. Same thing with Mai, even though Mai was originally an adult, then was wished back into a kid. To be fair, Goku could not care less. He's literally a carefree man-child. Vegeta is literally more of down to earth than him, because he knows more than him, because Goku never went to school. The entirety of his life was gathering the Dragon Balls. And that's why Chi-Chi, his wife's name is Chi-Chi. Because, I know it's like meant for something, not because of whatever Roshi thought was the reason she had that name. Fair, Bulma was fine. Vegeta was fine. She married into a rich income family, while Goku's family is just rich in fight moves. And, yeah. So, either way, that was an awesome manga. I'm still reading it. I'm glad that Blackscape showed me it. In fact, his new intro's pretty cool. In fact, his new character no longer looks like Goku Black, but him kind of. Like it still looks like Goku Black from the clothes and the hair, kind of, but not the face. The face doesn't think like an animated version of his face. So I'm glad to have talked to you guys. So goodbye for now till the next video. This has been 5 videos in 1, part 2, which is technically the continuation of the first part because I couldn't finish all of it. So, bye guys. Peace out, my fam.